stand in solidarity and say, as the young people of Kenya, we are telling you, the government, right from the president to your administration, this time round, what you have seen in the past, right from 2024 June, 2025 June, and Sabas, that is nothing. Wait for an international demonstration that we are going to hold any time. Let me tell you, the demonstrations we are going to hold, they have never been seen in this nation. Not unless you change that mindset and those kind of decisions. You wait and see the kind of demonstrations that we are having. This is our time as the young people, and not just online, but on the front line. Thank you very much.
Very much. My name is Nyanjom Joshua. Actually, since last year, when Mr. President called the university student to go and have a negotiation about the new funding model, I saw it that things will end this way. Yesterday, when I had the CS body telling the nation that it's time that now Kenya cannot fund uh, the students, or Kenya has no money to fund education. I asked myself, what's the priority of Kenya? What's the priority of those people who are in power to the young people? This country is a country that has no plans to the young generation. It's a country that's planning to fail. People who don't have plans to young people are people who are planning to perish. I want to tell Mr. President, surely we elected you because we knew that you are capable of what you're going to do. Today you are telling us that it's not the first time that in Kenya, it's not the first time that Kenya is facing the crisis of jobs. This is not the first regime. And we are asking you, when you came to the street, you promised that you will deliver everything. You had a blueprint. You told us that this will be the government of the hustlers. Now those hustlers in their own government, you are telling us that the government cannot afford to pay a tuition fee to their own students. I want to tell the university students, we know what the government is doing in the university institution. The government has held the university student communicado using one Charlene Ruto with the projects that every time and again is in all universities splashing money. That's why today Kenyans, the common mwananchi has no voice. Students who used to radicalize the public, those who used to give civic education to unlearned people, are the people now who have been captured by the government, so that those who have no skills, or those who are educated not know, so that they cannot know what is happening in the country. We know that since time memorial, when the late President Moi Kibaki introduced free education, where our GDP was, if we compare the GDP of 2002 and the GDP of 2025, there is a slight difference. And now, if Kibaki managed to fund education with that GDP, what was it now that the current regime cannot fund the education? The population of Kenya has increased, but also the GDP has also increased. What are you telling us that now you cannot fund the education? I want to tell the President William Samoei Ruto that those people who are advising you are misleading this country. Us as young people, we are telling you that if you won't provoke these orders that were given out by the CS body, we are going to radicalize each and every institution, each and every university. We will come out to the street to protest, because right for education has been infringed by this regime. Right for education has been infringed. And you know, Mr. President, we as the young people, the only weapon that we have against the oppressed is the mindset. Now we are using that chronology to oppress us, because you know the only difference between oppressed and the oppressor is the mindset of the oppressed. Us as young people, we won't step down. We are not going to give you any more chance. Free education is mandatory to any person in this nation. Lastly, as I finish, Mr. President, what we want to tell you as young people, we know that every time if you talk, you lie. Every sentiment you give, it's a lie. So kindly, please, don't come with promises that the words yes Mbadi said that there is no money to fund education, it's a lie. We know this is thing that has been brought out in the boardroom, and it's something that you have discussed with your cabinets. Then this is the final decision that you have come out with. Now, if you are looking for funds to fund the election of 2027, don't infringe or don't take funds from education and take it to manage your own political ideas.
And I want to say concerning today, the president and the government of the day has proved to us beyond doubt that now we made the worst mistake during the elections of 2022. If you touch education, it means this is a government of ignorance. It means this is not the government of the people. I don't know who you are serving. Education is not a privilege to the Kenyan child, but education is a right to the Kenyan child. Mr. President and your administration, I think now, beyond any other time, we can confidently say that your administration does not know why they are in those offices, they do not know their roles, and they have failed terribly. And I want to tell you, good people, a wise government do not invest in mines. A wise government do not invest in these affordable houses you're telling us about. A wise government must invest in the minds of its young people. We want to tell you, it is now beyond doubt what we actually said before, that this administration wants to completely kill and sabotage the future of Kenya. Today, the Minister for Education, this one body comes to tell Kenyans that there is no more free education. We want to ask you, Moi Kibaki was able to introduce free education and maintained and sustained. Uhuru Kenyatta's government did the same. But your administration comes to tell us recklessly that there is no money to continue with this free education. We want to tell you, good people, we heard you during our protest last year. Come out clearly, calling us terrorists, calling young people criminals, calling us that this is a generation of confusion. I think now you want to prove to us that you have no plan for the young people. The other time you told us that this is not the first administration under which we have the crisis of unemployment. Now again, you are here telling us that there is no money for education. Good people, you mean these criminals, these terrorists, these sons and daughters of mama bogas, of Boda Boda riders, these sons of sufferers and hustlers who took you to power, you completely want to finish them. Hey, wait a minute. Now you are coming too much. The government of the day, Mr. President, it is now about time as a nation we say Kenya should go now to renovation because we have no nation, we have no country. You know clearly that the power of education is what has made this great revolution of Gen Z the most powerful revolution ever we have ever seen in the history. And I think this is the sabotage. They feel that now the only way to deal with these people is to make sure that you don't give free education so that you cannot be challenged by wise and brilliant minds. I want to tell you, and I want to call all citizens of this Republic of Kenya, good people, there comes a time when we say, jokes aside, and this, our nation, we have to put things in order now. Good people, this is not about politics. This is not about this community versus this community. This is about our future. This is about our own future as a nation. Parents, look, every day you do your best so that these children, you can take them to school so that they can change the landscape of your life and their own life.